Hello and welcome to another episode of Skillcraft. I wasn't planning to start the episode like this, but felt kind of fun. Oh, let's get out of that. That's kind of awful. What? What is? What is this? What is this doing at my base? I recognize that face. That is Skilltree. Why has Skilltree put a big statue of himself at my base? A little bit self-centered. Is that? Why is that area so dark? And over there. Why am I missing some torches? Anyway, is there anything in this head? No, I'm not surprised. No brain cells. Who would have guessed? This, yeah, this has to come down immediately. And this is the last of it. Why has he replaced this stone? That's just annoying. Now I have to find stone to replace that. Ugh. Well, thanks for all the resources, I suppose. I'm gonna put these to use in my build. Actually, no. That sounds. I'm not gonna use your skin and body in my builds. That I can't have that. This is just. Hang on. Give me a sec. Oh no! Take two. Yeah. Let's just. Let's just get rid of all of this. Yeah, we don't want this. Goodbye, Skilltree's skin. Ugh. You know what? I'm actually too lazy to fix this right now, so this can stay. They'll probably stay till I end up building this building. Oh, my cart has gone again. I mean, I know it's a traveling cart, but it keeps moving. Guess we're gonna have to find that this episode. Huh. Well, not my problem right now, because today I have a lot of building to do. And I mean a lot. There is so much I want to do today. I really want to get this sort of finished, this build here. And I think I said that last episode. And you know what? I'm lying again. Why do I keep saying that? I don't actually want to get this finished. I want to get it to a point where it's just about finished that I can procrastinate and move on to some of the smaller projects on here. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say I want it finished. And it just keeps piling up. I keep thinking of things to add and things to do. But you may notice that in between episodes, I have built a lot of platforms sticking out of the side here. Because I've mentioned before that I'm kind of basing this build off like Howl's Moving Castle, like the flying version right at the end of the film. And that has a lot of buildings on it, on the side. And I think it looks really cool and awesome and whimsical. So I'm just going to stick a load of buildings on these platforms on the side here, and I'm going to get that today. I think I'm going to get this whole side done, but there's a lot to do. I might get bored and end up moving on to something else. And I am going to do this side. I'm not going to do the back. This whole side also needs a load of buildings, but you can't see it from here. So in my opinion, they're worthless. We can save them till later. I'm also probably not going to do the top. There's going to be buildings here, but again, not super like necessary for right now, and I will do them eventually, but as I said, I really just want to get this to a point where it looks semi-finished and can then move on to this and start making that look less like a big ugly grass platform with some odd paths and now 2 holes in the stone that I really should fix, but I'm not going to. As well as that, there is a book here. Anyway, there's this interior that I want to get done. However, again, I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I would like revisit this at some point because it is quite visible from my storage room and does look quite ugly. So maybe I'll have to revisit this. But for now, I'm going to ignore the problem, as I tend to. Now, what is this book? Oh, lovely. It's from the government. The black market is breaking multiple shopping district rules, and if you're found to be involved in it or any way, you will be fined and or arrested. This is the first and only warning about the black market. You have been warned. Government of Skillcraft, Skilltree. I don't think I want this in my base. Guess it's a good job What? There's a chest here as well. Stop distracting me. Guess it's a good job I ended last episode with, plotting a few world domination plans. There's some ideas floating around. Haven't got to anything yet, but who knows? Maybe this government's getting a little bit pesky, in my opinion. So what's this chest all about then? Oh, I should have checked if that was a trap chest before I opened it, but it seems to be a free heavy core. Okay, thanks, whoever did that. Now, as cool as a hammer would be, and I said this in the last episode, I really want to get a hammer. These blocks look really cool. And, I'm wondering if maybe, like, doesn't that look awesome? Am I really gonna use this heavy core here? Look how good it looks. I think I'm just gonna leave that there. It's only like quite a rare item and makes a really cool, exciting, fun weapon, but I might try and get another heavy core just so I can have a hammer. That would be fun. Do like a trial chamber with the Omen bottle. Maybe I can do that as like a little break between all of the building that I need to get done right now. I need to do it. I need to start. Otherwise, I'm gonna completely run out of time and not make any more progress and spend another episode working on this base. This blimp has been cooking for like a good, like 4 episodes now. I need to start moving on from it and start making some exciting buildings here that are slightly different from this style and give me a little bit of a break from doing that. So, these sides are a very... What are you doing here, my guy? You got anything good? No, I'm shocked. Bye. See ya. Oh, you forgot your lead. There you go. Anyway, as I was saying, these sides are quite complex. So, I think my strategy for this is going to be sort of focus on segment at a time. Which means I've got sort of 2 buildings here to do. There's like 1 up here and then a few odds and bits in between. So I'm going to start with this area first. And I guess let's just go collect all of my resources. It is a good job that it's nice and quick to fly over to this base. Where are shulker boxes? Let's grab some of these because I'll probably need them. And let's start filling it up. Okay, well, this is the majority of it. It's all nice and neatly in these shulker boxes. Quite a bit of copper. If I've forgotten anything, it's very easy to just fly back. It's literally 1 rocket straight through here. So, where do I start? I'm going to put these shulker boxes here. This is quite a nice big platform. Thankfully, because I've pre-built all of these platforms, it's very easy right now to just sort of build off of these platforms. I don't have to do any awkward, like, building out with dirt and all that nonsense that I've been having to put up with when building all of these, and it's very annoying. But thankfully, we can get down to some kind of classic, just building off of actual ground, which is lovely. I think, first of all, I'm going to, like, connect these platforms up, which is a lot easier said than done, because I've gone with a little bit of an awkward design, but I think it's like that, right? Yes. So, then I think slabs go on this side. I feel like that's not... Yes, that is correct. Just gotta double check before I do it. And then this is the awkward bit. Oh, if we do that, there we go. Perfect. Nice and easy. Now we can put trapdoors on the other side and finish it off with some fences. And that is our design for connecting it up. Let's have a look. It looks like a pretty simple little walkway. I like it. And that little design is going to be used quite a bit throughout this build because we like having everything interconnected. I'm going to build that little building there. And this should show you kind of the style I've gone for. Alright, so I'm just going to start with the basic shape, which is something like that. That's the front, that's there, and then this goes... I've done that wrong. Hang on. This is a door which goes to there, and we're going to need slab across there, slab there, and we'll put in a nice window and mark out the edges with those. Then while I'm here, let's stick some azalea leaves down, the best kind, And I am actually going to put something here. Let's put that there. Then I need to bring this up another bit. And I believe... No, slabs on top. Just like that. Then there's more slabs on top because that's going to be the roof. But I'll leave that for now. We just need to put in the sides, which is very easy. Because they just connect to the wall. We don't really need much detail on that. But we are going to need a door. Which I think I'm going to go for jungle. Because I never really used jungle, but recently I've been really enjoying it. It's quite a unique pattern we don't really get to see much. So there we go. To be honest, probably not going to use this door ever. I mean, I don't know if any of this outside building is going to be like linked to the main build. I really just want to get it all in, and then we'll see what we can do about sort of getting the ability to walk out here and all of that, because it's going to be quite difficult, and it depends what I put on the interior, because obviously this just leads straight into behind my storage room. Oh, I like that. Oh, let's fix that. I quite like that. This could be like a little secret entrance or something, or we could just rearrange it so that it's sort of included with the storage room. But anyway, I need to sort of continue this roof up a little bit, and then actually put a roof on, which I'm going to start with a base of jungle, give it a nice little overhang, as always, and then just fill that in. But this is looking very boring, so we're going to need a little bit of texture. And at the moment, it is very roof heavy, so yes, that is where the leaves go. Slabs make it a little bit awkward. I'm just going to sort of throw in some leaves, which should bring a little bit of color in, and let's fill that gap and just make it feel a little bit more lush, because I do want to include quite a few plants and things, because it is steampunk style, but like I kind of want it to be a bit more like joyous, less so smoke and grime and coal engines. Although as I'm saying that, there is literally smoke right there. But I do want a lot of this like plant life, just to give it a little bit of a lusher feeling. And I am going to remember to light it up. This needs a campfire, so I will come back to that because I've forgotten it. But we textured the roof, so now we need to texture the sides. And with the texture in and pretty much everything done, we're going to have a look at this tiny little building. There we go. First one done, quite a few more to go. And this is the smallest one of them all. It is also missing like a few side details, but at the moment I really just want to get all the buildings in, and then we'll go back through and add like some copper pipes and cogwheels and all of that fun stuff. So moving on from what might be sort of the smallest building to, well, there are quite a few other like that kind of size, but moving from a small one to what I think is the biggest building, at least on this side. And it's a very similar style. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to sort of get this one in. Well, building number 2 is down, and it's looking pretty good. You can kind of see the style coming together. However, this is actually the last sandstone building for now, because there is going to be a mix of kind of red brick buildings, classic steampunk kind of style. And I forgot to texture the roof. Great. However, I did do the back, so that's a bit of a bonus. I mean, I kind of did the back. Advantage to building on the side of a building. You don't have to do the back very much. But let's quickly fix this. I have fixed the roof, although you can't really see it from this distance, but it does look a little bit better. And I've also added a lot of leaves on top of it as well. So next up, we got a little something to put here. And then I think I'll do the details for this sec. Actually, no, I'm going to leave all the details to the end. I want to get all of the sort of big buildings, and then we can get all the details done in one big swoop right at the end. So let's continue with this little thingy here. This actually isn't a building, but it's big enough to sort of be important. So I'm going to build that now instead of keeping it with the details. I got a little carried away. This is what I built, this little circular garden thingy, and I also built another building here. Let's have a quick look at it from the sky. There we go. Fills in a few gaps. Looks awesome. Yeah, did get a little bit carried away and decided to just build both of them. But I'm stuck in a bush. But that is it for this little section for now. There are a few things missing, but I'm going to leave those for now, because I want to get just the main sort of bulk of this stuff done. And I'm realizing how long it's gonna take, because I was kind of expecting to be a bit further along by now. But anyway, let's move on to this section here, the middle section. This is actually quite unique in that it's very close to the floor level, and annoyingly it could have been one further down, but hey, I've built it now. And this has a little doorway to the center, so this one I think I'm actually going to be able to access. And when I do this interior, I will keep this in mind, this little doorway here. We'll just add like a little step up, and we can come out to this area, which should actually link up quite well with some of the stuff over here, and we can easily bridge this gap somehow. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good one in terms of connecting everything together. Just added a little safety railing with some lanterns, and adjusted this doorway, and added a little platform, little step up. I think it looks pretty good. Might change depending on what I want to put here, but I think for now that's quite nice. So I think it's ready for a little building here. This is where it's going to go. And I did have a plan for something here, like a big tank. However, I think I'd rather put like a staircase in, because it makes more sense. And then I can sort of link up with the rest of the side. I think this is going to work quite well. Now, this build here is actually a design that I'm going to be using a fair bit over here. So this is like a bit of like a watchtower kind of thing. And originally I built it planning to put them sort of over there. They're scattered around a bit to like sort of as protection. But and then I was designing these edges here, and I was like, well, this would work perfectly just if I changed it slightly and stuck it on the end here. So that's what I've gone ahead and done. And it's a bit of a simple design, and we're going to be seeing a fair bit of it, so that's why it's kind of a simple design. Something that's quite easily repeatable. So there's sort of the basic sort of tube shape. I'm going to put a door in here, I think. The original design didn't have a door, but if I'm trying to connect everything up, I think some way to get through to this little platform here, which is where I'm going to have a ladder, which will allow us to get to the rest of the build. I think that would be quite useful, so I'm going to keep those out for now. Well, I got the rest of the building in. It's not great from this view. Let's fly out and we'll have a look. So that is a little bit of a sneak peek into the build style that's going to be over here. And I think it works quite well. It's a bit of like a guard tower kind of vibe on the edge of a battleship. So quite fitting, and I quite like the roof, like the dome kind of style. So I've also got this going through. I will probably decorate this at some point. This just heads through to a nice ladder, nice and safe as well. I put plenty of guardrails that's going to lead to sort of these buildings here, hopefully. But if we head back down, I've also added this very simple staircase that just leads up to here, and this might be a little bit drafty for whoever lives here, considering this is an airship traveling through the air, and they don't even have a door. Yeah, I feel bad for whoever lives here. It's also a little bit cramped. Probably why I'm not going to do many interiors. It's kind of odd to have all of these buildings on the side, but then in terms of actual living space, yeah, there's not a lot. But I am also going to need to find something to put here, because this was previously, it had stuff. So I'm thinking maybe like a clothesline kind of thing, like I did up here with the hanging banners. This is quite cool. I think if we added that, it adds a little bit of color, adds a little bit of like coolness, a little bit not just straight edges and stuff. It's quite organic, and I think that could look quite nice, and also adds a little bit of storytelling as well, which we love to see. But for now, that is kind of the main buildings for this. There's a few details that I haven't added, but as I said, we're going to leave them till last. So let's move on to these buildings. We are gradually making our way through it. I may have got slightly distracted. As you can see, I've got particles around me and a load of wind charges. I did an Omen trial raid thing. I don't actually know what they're called, but I did it in the hopes to get a heavy core, and I didn't get one. Yeah, okay, it was very rare. I opened like 3 Omen keys. Each of those had like a 2% chance, I think. So yeah, it might be a while before I find another one of those. But I need some milk, because these particles are really ugly. Where are my buckets? And I just need a cow, which sounds easier than it probably is. What is it? There's a parrot at spawn? He doesn't have a name. He's tamed though. Okay, well I'll leave that there. What is going on over there? Guess the government building is getting a bit of an upgrade. Oh no, the dome's gone. That was like my dome. I basically built that because Skilltree messed it up so bad. There are no cows here. Where are they? Wait, hang on. Yes. Oh, my saviors. Thankfully, Skilltree had some chained up for his shop. Off we go. Wait. I could have done that way cooler. Give me a sec. Off we go. It doesn't really work as well. Not as effective, but it looks cooler. Anyway, we should get back to building. I have this final little section to do, and then all the main buildings are done. And then I've got to do all of the detailing. I think naturally the best place to start is this little platform here. And when I say little, it's a very small building. But hey, that makes it easy to build. This sunset looks very nice. I do love having a base that is so high up in the sky. You can just see a lot. It feels nice. And I can infinitely expand. Although right now, I need to finish this. So let's get this little building in. This building is basically just a very small version of that. And looks alright. There we go. First one done. That's an easy 10-ish minutes of building for this tiny little thing. Now, let's move on to that one down there. And this one is a bit of an interesting one. And I do really like this one. It's very small, again, but also it's quite like quaint and cozy, and I like it. So I'm just gonna get this one in again. But here we go. It's another just very small, quaint building, and it's actually mixing both of the styles I've kind of gone with here, which I quite like. And it's really starting to come together, as you can see all of the roofs and buildings and things just sticking out the side. But we've got one main one to do, and that's right here. And then we can get on to the detailing on the sides, and then I think I'm going to cool it for a while with this build, because as cool as it is and as much as I love it, I want to be getting on to some slightly different things. I feel like you guys are probably bored of watching this thing slowly trudge along. So instead, we're going to swap to watching this thing slowly trudge along. I still haven't found my cart. And that was the final building. Also, I finally made a viewing platform. Only took this long. This is the whole view currently. Of course, it's missing all the details, which I'm about to do. But first, I should show you this building here, because it is actually quite interesting. I've gone for a bit of a greenhouse kind of feel, and it's filled with loads of flowers and stuff, and I think it's a really nice design. I think I did mess it up a little bit though, because I put it one far too back, so this floor doesn't quite match up, but I did manage to cover it with all of this stuff, so it's fine. So there we go, we're almost done. Let's do the details. I am going to wait here and let's just jump cut them all, because a lot's going to change. At the moment, it does look quite empty. There are a fair few bold patches, and yeah, we're just going to fill those up, make it generally look a little bit more interesting, and then I can call this side done, and it's going to look incredible. So I guess jump cut, and there we go. This is looking a little bit better now. It looks so much less empty and boring and dull, and now it's got life. There's not really much in particular to mention about this. I put a lot of like cogs and copper things and pipes and machines just to fill in some of those gaps, and it really brings it all together, and it's looking very chaotic and exactly as I intended. It's looking awesome. There is one thing though. There's a big gap right here. I had originally planned to put something here, but I didn't like it, and I've kind of run out of time to like design a whole new thing to put there, probably another building. So I'm just gonna have to leave it for now. It doesn't look that bad, but yeah, I don't have time to build it, unfortunately. I might get it done in between episodes. I don't know. We'll see, or it will be there until I return to the back, which will be probably like 5 years. Anyway, let's have a look from here. Yeah, it looks very chaotic. You can't really see any particular, like, thing individually. Like, there's nothing there that really, like, stands out, but if you look at the whole image together, it looks really cool. But yeah, from here, that bold patch is definitely gonna need something. But anyway, before I end this video, I need to find my car. I mean, it's been missing, like, the whole time, and, like, I literally have no idea where it is. So, this could take forever. Hopefully I find it relatively quick. I'm going to check at Skilltree's base, because of course, he's the one that's moved it, so might be something here? Ah, there we go. There it is. You need to come with me. He's still got stock, so apparently all of his travelling isn't really doing that well. Let's return you to your rightful place. I'm going to be an expert at building this cart by the end of this season. There we go, back where he belongs. Well, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We finally completed this build for now. And next episode, I can finally move on to the exciting stuff. Not that this isn't exciting, just getting a little bit tiresome now for me building on that thing. I've been doing it for so long on that one build, and it's massive. So now I want to sort of switch it up a little bit. We get to experiment with a slightly different style and some regular buildings. It's been so long since I've built like a normal house. And next episode we'll probably start on this sort of front dock area, and then eventually we'll move back from there to the rest of the island. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing so you don't miss those videos, and I'll see you guys next time.